Alright guys, welcome back to the Not server. Today, this video is going to be dedicated to the newer people joining in on the server, so y'all aren't completely overwhelmed with everything that's going on. So when you first join the server, you come into a place, looks like this, and you have this little path right here that goes along, and you got rules right there. You got griefing and looting rules right here. You got a little poster sign right here, tells you how to claim land and everything, protect your builds, and a little help on the commands. So after you do that, after you go through all of this, come over here. Either you could walk through all of this and see everything else that's going on, and you could walk a good distance for spawn, or you could just walk into this portal right here, and it takes you to a random place in the world. And this is pretty much where you'll be. What you're going to want to do now is find a piece of land that you like. Alright, so let's say you're over here. Alright, you got a good open piece of land near some dark oak, near some regular woods back there. You got a whole ocean here. You like this piece of land. So what you're going to want to do is go ahead and load the chunk borders. So if you don't know how to do that, you press F3 and G, and you see what's going on over here. You have you can see where the chunks are. So what you would do from here, /L, create, and then you're going to name it whatever you want to name it. So for this example, name it tutorial land. Alright, so now you have a land. Your very first one's going to be free, but any of the other ones after this, you're going to have to pay for. Now the next thing you're going to want to do, if you want to claim more land than this one chunk, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to deposit money into it. So, and I'll explain later how to get some money. But what you're going to want to do, /L deposit. And now if you own multiple pieces of land, or if you're a part of multiple pieces of land, you have to specify which one. So this one's going for tutorial, so let's do tutorial. And I'm going to put $350 into it, because that's how much it costs to claim another piece of land, is $350. $350. Now you're going to want to go right outside the chunk border. It doesn't matter which one. Right outside here. Right outside here. You could do it over there. You could do it over here. As long as it's immediately outside the border. And do /L claim. Alright, so now you own these two chunk borders. Each claim is going to be a chunk, and each claim is going to be $350. Now, if I do, the next thing you're going to want to do, depending on how in-depth and how big you're wanting to get your lands, so you're going to want to do /L menu. This is going to be the heart of everything you're going to want to do with your land claims. So let's go into tutorial. Alright, so from here, you have trusted players. Right now I don't have anyone trusted, but this is where you go to see who all's allowed to be in your land. You have invites, people that are inviting you to join their lands, or if you invite someone to join their land, you can see where it's going from there. Inboxes, this is really just a small database to see kind of what's going on. So you can see I created the land, and you see two other instances where I've done something. That would be where you see all that information. Yeah, statistics. So because I'm up, I have unlimited land. You won't have unlimited land. It goes up by the ranks. So nations, I'm not a part of a nation with this land, but I do own a nation, and nations are very good to join, especially mine, because it's got the people in it. Alright. Economy, balance $350. Next claim is going to cost $0. It doesn't really cost anything. So actually, I have $350 in there, but I'm admin, so I don't have to pay for anything. It's $350 a land. Alright, the balance, it shows how much balance I have, how much I can put in. It also shows that there's no taxes on this land. Also shows up top the world location. Now if you go down here, you can click management, and management will teleport you to your spawn, to the spawn of this land. So if I walk a little bit of a ways, let's go over here, /L menu, and we're going to look for tutorial. Click here, takes me back to the land claim. This spot right here is the spawn of the land claim. You'll come here so you can do whatever you want with this area. So /L menu. Alright, so next you have land settings. There's not really a whole lot you can do here. A bunch of this is going to be for admin, but this is where you can enable, disable pistons, mob spawning, TNT block damage, entity griefing, stuff like that. I can't remember how much of this players actually have control of, but I know you got a little control over it. Alright, next is going to be roles, and this is going to be the important one. So you can actually organize the people that are in your claim. So visitors are just the people that are passing by. What all can they do? So if you go into the visitors, and from here you can go into action settings. This is the only one that you got to really worry about. This one and the renaming one. Well, actually these two, but this one's going to be for later on. You have this one and you have rename. You can rename the role. So visitors, I recommend you keep that one the same, just so that way you know better. But let's say you're wanting a kingdom. Owner, admin, member. That might not be the best. You can change owner to king. You can change admin to you can change it to queen if you want to. If you want a queen, whatever. You can change all of these roles, and you can add more roles. Create role. You can add roles and give them all different purposes if you want to. But let's go back into roles and let's go back into visitors. Just that way you can have a little look-see. If you click actions, this is everything visitors are able to do and not do. So you have open containers, open doors, use redstone, attack players, break blocks. As you can see, most of these are disabled or enabled to where it makes sense. Attack monsters, yes, that's allowed. Breaking blocks, that's not allowed. Now you should be able to change most of it. So let's say me, I own the homeless shelter and I have people using my enchantment table. If you want an area like that where you want people to come over and use your stuff, general interactions, you're going to want to enable that, and that'll allow people to mess with enchantment tables, probably mess with furnaces and such, stuff like that. Use anvils, stone cutters in your land, but they still won't be able to break blocks, attack you, whatever, unless you enable that. You can also disable villager trades from here. Disable picking up items if you don't want them picking up items. This is where you can do a bunch of the fancy stuff. Now if you come over here, management settings, this is going to be for your higher up roles, and I would wait a little bit, get some trust in people before you start messing with this. But doing this, you can give, this is so that way you can give a member and a role. So like earlier, I gave an example of a king and a queen, king being the owner. Well, the queen, you might not want them to have everything, but you might want them to be able to trust people and untrust people. So doing this, they can untrust people. You can say that you can change the spawn. You can set the role so you can give the queen the ability to set the spawn, or whoever you want to have this ability. Assign areas, manage wars, all this good stuff. Edit taxes if you're into taxes. This is where you go to give other people that control over the land. But that, like I said, that's going to be for when you get higher up into the game. Then you can see who all's a member in this role. This is visitors. Everyone's technically a member that's not a part of the land. And icon, that's just a cosmetic. You don't got to bother with that. But yeah, so from here you can create a new role if you want to, or you can delete a role if you want. So let's back out. Taxes, if you want to set taxes, just click this, and you can add 1, add 50, add 500, or you could also remove it. So as I said earlier, going back to the ranks and everything, you're only allotted so many lands that you can claim. So let's say your dirt rank, I'm pretty certain last time I talked to someone it was 32. Alright, so let's say your dirt rank, and you're not wanting to spend the money on rank for whatever reason, but you're wanting more land claims. Another good way to do it is join a nation. So I know I'm advertising my nation. I'm not the only nation, but I think I'm the only one that with the benefits so far. So if I do /n menu, all right, and let's do statistics. You can see I have 82 members, and current level plus 30 claims for each land. So each land claim that comes into this nation, you get 30 extra claims. So if you're wanting a big build like the marketplace I showed y'all, even though I only showed y'all a little bit, this will be a good tool. You don't have to join mine, but so far mine's the only one that's up there. So if you want the extra claims, mine's a good one to just go ahead and start. I don't have any taxes or anything. The sole purpose of this is to simply get the land claims. So join it. There's no negative effect. My nation's neutral. I'm not going into any wars or anything. So it's kind of a win-win situation. Everyone gets extra land claims. All right, now the next big issue you're going to run into is that you need money. For you to claim land, for you to kind of be a part of the economy, you need money. So the easiest way to make money, in my opinion, so there's a /jobs option, and you can do /jobs browse, and this gives you a list of the jobs you can join. If you can hover over it. So you got miner. My screen's too small for that. You got builder. I imagine that's farmer. Yeah. Brewer. Can't see that one. Fisherman. Enchanter. So you kind of get the general idea. I know one of these is hunter. All that good stuff. But in my opinion, miner is going to be the better one to join, because you're probably going to have to do a lot of mining anyways in order to build whatever you're going to want to build. And the next one up after that is builder. So if you join these two together, you just simply playing Minecraft is going to make you some money. That's going to be the better bet for you. But of course, that's up to you. If you feel like you're going to do a lot more farming than anything, farming is going to be your best way. If you feel like you're content doing a bunch of fishing, fishing is going to be the way to go for you. Alright, and this is my market. So if you come over here, I have areas set in stone just so that way you can come over here, and whatever I have for sale, you can just go ahead and buy it. You see these barrier blocks? Nothing's in it. That's all that means. So if you want to shop like this, you got to build your own store, but do /ds buy, and it'll cost $25 per shop block, but you get a shop block. So now if I come over here, because I actually my marketplace is a little outdated from all the updates I've been doing, but okay, I know I got plenty of lapis to sell. So let's get a handful of these. Alright, so to start out, shift right click. Whatever amount that you have in your hand is the amount that it's going to go by. So in this case, I'm selling 1 per. And if I right click it, I have an editor menu. So the main things you're going to want to deal with are these 4. So first thing, 1 lapis is currently $500. That's not worth it. You saw how much lapis I have. It's not $500 worth. So let's change that price. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. So change the buy price, how much people are going to pay for it. So let's make it 10 cents. So 0.10. And now it's set to 10 cents. Now if I right click it again. Okay, so if you come over here, this should change the amount that you're the amount that you're selling per the 10 cents. So right now it's set to 1. If I right click it, I can change it to 2, 3, or I can left click it and change the item completely that I'm trying to sell. If you come over here, you can deposit or withdraw the item. So let's say I have all this lapis, but I go into my home and I find out that I'm out of lapis. Come over here, I can take some out doing it, or I can put more in of my own in this way. And then balance management, this lets you see how much money and everything that your shop's going to create. So that's pretty much how you do that. So let's see here. I have this amount of lapis on me right now. Right click it. I want to deposit into this shop. It tells me I have 383. So if you type 383, put enter. All right, they're all in there. All right, but I think that's it for the tutorial. I think that covers everything you're going to want to do whenever you first start. So all right, thank y'all for watching. Have a good one, and see y'all.